Hello Taurus, and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for mid-March tarot reading, and your energy is the Seven of Cups. This is an absolute smoke and mirrors. Someone could be really deceiving you, or you might be in a mental space for whatever reason that you are not able to think clearly or straight. You might be really confused right now. So let's see what's going on. So what does Taurus need to know for mid-March? Let's see. Wow. Oh my gosh. Got some major arcanas already. Look, you're going through really hard times right now, but you're gonna end up totally fine. You're gonna end up totally fine, just so you know. And I will do some clarification cards. Okay, so this has something to do with potentially a piece of information, a message from the past, or some sort of like email or phone call potentially. But this is the past right now. But it could also be just like with a new perception, and you might be a little bit more alert, on guard, a little bit on the defense potentially. Right now you are coming up strong as anything, because your energy is the Emperor. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You're gonna get things done, whatever you need to get done. And you make it happen. So I'm just putting some of this sage out. I'm getting saged out at the minute. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so amazing energy. You are very experienced, you know what you're doing, and yeah. But this is about something that has been a bit difficult, to say the least, because what you need to know about is the Tower. So that represents something that was unexpected, maybe a bit of uncertainty, a revelation. Sometimes this can be, a piece of information. And it's not death or anything, by the way, but it can be a piece of information that just completely shocks you to the core and completely changes up your belief structure. So yeah, that could be some information that you got in the past, but it's really hitting you now, potentially. You are a busy bee, because the energy in between is the Eight of Wands, and that's go, 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 lots of messages, you're doing a lot. You're doing everything that you can in your power. So like, if things aren't necessarily working out the way that you want them to, that has nothing to do with you. You are a warrior. You are a fighter, and you are a real go-getter, and you are listening to intuition. So, but the Tower card was meant to happen because it's a major arcana card, and it was whatever was planned before. Even though that seems stable, it wasn't really in the long run. The outcome, we've got the Ace of Cups. So this can sometimes represent a successful conception, but it can represent true love, the start, or self-love, and the start of potentially the start of a project that's very emotionally fulfilling. It can sometimes represent infatuation, but it's definitely the new start of something as an ace to do with love and emotion. I feel like whatever this new start is, you're being extremely logical about it. Even though there's a lot of love, you're using your mind to make rational decision making about this. I feel like you are going to be super confused about the situation though, because what you need to know is being clarified by the Moon, which is illusion, delusion. It's kind of like the more major version of this Seven of Cups form, a card. Anyways, yeah, so you might be going into a bit of a dark place, a bit of a depression. I'm going to just pull a few clarification cards to see what else is going on with you. What does Taurus need to know for mid-March? Wow, yeah. Interesting. Okay, this is cool. So I feel like you had an idea of how you wanted things to be in the past, right? Because this Ace of Swords is being clarified by the Sun, and so you had an idea of how you wanted things to go. Things did not turn out that way. Again, you are tough as nails, but even the toughest of us can be affected by this Tower card that can really shake things up. I feel like you know how to work well under chaos, and you're super productive, and you're really able to see the large picture and the small details at the same time. So you are probably one of the best people to actually be dealing with this situation, because you know exactly what to do, even when everyone around you would be like running around like, I don't know what to do. Like, you're actually being functional and very efficient. So I know this was very disappointing, to say the least, but it was going to be like a cup half full kind of situation, so it wasn't good enough for you. And you know what, when you've got this new start, I feel like you'll be able to manifest an even better situation, a much better situation that is going to be better for you and everyone around you. I feel like just even though you can use your mind for the most amazing things and to get exactly what you want and to get things done, just be careful sometimes that you sometimes will like over focus in a certain area because you'll be like, okay, I want a solution. What about this? You're like, oh, this one might be good. And then you only focus on that solution when you still haven't properly like reviewed all of the potentials. So just be careful that sometimes to keep your mind open in that sense, because you might not really realize that you're doing it. Like to you in the moment that might be logical, but it's more like keep that possible solution in the back of your head and continue to assess and reassess other potential solutions. You might want to talk to a therapist or a counselor or just some sort of energy healer, something like that, because to get that third perspective, I feel like a lot of people, when they go through difficult times, they think, oh, I'll get through this on my own. Like they're doing other people a favor by keeping their deep, dark emotions hidden from the people that they love and trust. You know, why would you do that? But we do that, right? I think that what you need is to pay for a counselor or a therapist, because you do have blind spots about certain things from your past that are coming up right now because of this, what's been shaken up. I feel like because I'm seeing the tower is what you need to know about, and that's clarified by this, it can represent your subconscious as well. I feel like this instability might be stirring up some trauma from the past that has to do with instability, or just like maybe did you move a lot, or was your household disrupted in a major way somehow, or you know, parents divorcing can cause instability and things like that. But I feel like this might be kind of stirring up some old wounds, and so that's a beautiful time to be able to talk about that, because it means you're ready to talk about it, you're ready to release that. And I think it's worth paying someone for that. I mean, that's easy for me to say, it's easy to give advice, but if you can get someone to kind of give a different perspective, but I feel like you would feel comfortable paying that person for some reason. Anyways, let's get some advice cards for the situation. What advice does Taurus need for mid-March for this pretty intense situation? Well, that's good. Interesting. All right, so the first advice card, we have got the Sun. Brighter days are ahead, hopefully by the summertime, and everything will be a lot more settled, and you'll be worried more about going out and celebrating and picnics and fun things like that, okay? And this will all be in the past. This whole situation is leading you to the best case scenario for you. It's just sometimes shortcuts. You can scrape your knees a little bit, okay? The second advice card is the Ace of Swords. So whatever you need to do to clear your head, to get a fresh perspective, please do so. When you do communicate with people about things that are really important, please stick to one thing at a time. So you just stay focused and to the point, and speak your truth and be strong, because you are tough as nails. All right, the third advice card, you might be moving potentially, but this is regardless, this whole situation is coming to a close. This is the end of a cycle, unity, completion. Just start, I know that might be difficult right now, but maybe you should start planning your celebration, because it's coming. The fourth advice card, we've got the Princess of Wands. When you feel inspiration, act on it immediately. I would say within less than 1 minute, and that will help divinely guide you in the best direction for you. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all in the description below. You can also follow me on social media. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, because I do monthly and mid-monthly videos, and I'll eventually start doing more. Anyways, if you're still here, secret bonus card, Ace of Wands. Inspiration, inspiration, inspiration. When you feel that inspiration, act on it immediately. And this also can represent creative solutions. You will come up with a creative solution, or it will be presented to you. Have a great month. Bye.